Hello, people watching. It's me, Hamstar, once again. At this very moment, I will be going over my favorite middle schooler in 2 hours, and that's Kuroyoru Umidori. Firstly, I'll go over her attack potency, or pack of punch, or power, which is me going over Bomber Lance, since her body's limits and strength are unclear except in one aspect. Bomber Lance is the exact opposite to offense armor, which is stated to help Kinuhata crush cars and stuff similar to that. But Bomber Lance is said to be more offensively powerful than that, like it's said to pierce through tanks. Also, she cuts through entire walls and even the floor itself in an apartment during New Testament 1. Her best feat is where she made a giant bomber lance nearing the end of New Testament 1 that could destroy a building when swung. There isn't much else to this, but this should put her around at small building level or at least wall level. Second one is her durability, which is pretty self explanatory by her body, which is almost fully robotic. She's shown taking many fridges of many, as shown in this illustration, dropping on top of her, and also taking an explosion in close range that is 10 centimeters away from her to only end up with a cracked face and a broken, twisted hand. That doesn't mean much to Kuroyoru at all. Her best feat is surviving hits from a railgun by Renza number 28 in New Testament 7. She survived with a broken eye and no right arm. So her durability should be around probably wall level or at max building level by tanking a railgun and surviving. The next thing is her speed, which is pretty damn fast. Anyway, she's shown showings of speeds that is blitzing Hamazur by moving her arm around multiple times before he can react, or like being able to move away from Accelerator, who wasn't serious, but he usually charges at people at like the speed of sound or like a bullet. But you can say, oh, he just used the required force and speed to chase after her. Next up is her reacting to railguns firing from a Gatling gun that was shot from a 5 over in New Testament 1. And she has something similar in New Testament 7, but she got hit by a railgun from Renza because she was caught off guard and she was in midair. And you know it's famous in fiction. Once you're in midair and you can't fly, you can't dodge. So this should put her movement speed at around subsonic to supersonic levels, while her reaction to combat speed is supersonic plus. Last up is her hacks. It's the things that she wouldn't normally use, like shown against her fight against Kinuhata, and that's the new additions to her body, and that's the robotic arms that attach to her. There is about thousands of them, and each of these arms is able to carry a bomber lance. And the output by each bomber lance in each hand didn't change in power or potentially got stronger, as she was able to block or intercept attacks from a 5 overs railgun. Also, she can put them all together to create a bomber lance attack to make a omnidirectional attack or explosion, which somehow left her unharmed. It was strong enough to be tens of times stronger than a normal bomber lance, as shown with it overpowered even Kinuhata's offense armor. Now for her actual last trump card, which is magic. She simply follows the teachings from Lavinia's lecture in New Testament 2 and intentionally fools the rejection into her robotic limbs, or potentially her arms attached to her and have them explode like it blew off an entire cliff in New Testament 3, or a bunch of mini fridges in her side story. The effects still reach part of her body to cause some unknown or vague injury, but since we know how good Accelerator is dealing with pain during battles, and she has the thought patterns from Accelerator, then we should assume that she has good endurance. Thus including my favorite middle schooler, Kuroyoru Umidori.